So we're recording. Back away from
And tomorrow's supposed to get some rain. Would be great.
Yeah.
So.
After we had minutes from the last meeting.
I asked her, she moved. I moved it after she asked me.
John was gonna do one decided to.
Oh, okay.
Didn't know that.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, give me a minute, I'm having trouble getting onto Zoom deal with my computer.
Keegan's team's winning 2-1. Keegan scored a goal.
Awesome.
Just another Lions club. I mean, plus the sports and everything.
Yeah. Busy. He did. I'm always impressed, your computer is the cleanest I've ever seen. If you look at my laptop, single fingerprints on it, you see splattered coffee on it.
Dorito chip.
That might be one.
There you go, okay.
I can't log in, so we're just gonna have to.
Yeah, if anyone sees like a thing come up for admittance, we'll run over and
Yeah. Okay, so it is 6:06, we'll call the meeting to order. Roll call, Bob Long's here.
Lisa Edwards is here.
Eric Cassidy's here.
All right, we don't have the minutes from the last meeting, we'll get those next time. Approval of manifest from September 9th, 2025,
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Now, we're gonna do something a little differently, we're not doing the financial statement, because this is gonna be a working thing, and you've got these, and that's why I'm gonna try and put them up on the screen, but I can't.
Okay.
But this is what we're putting in for the capital reserve funds. And what we need to do, like I put some of them on there, but I don't have the other copy of them. I'm not, well, the name, you say I put that on because I knew what the account number is, but here's all the account numbers for the capital reserve. we have to assign those to these.
All
Like-
of these, that,
Yeah, like
Okay.
this here should be, Vermont tennis courts, that should be, repair the surface of the tennis courts, repair and resurface it. And that should go on the district infrastructure. So, if we're all in agreement with that,
that makes sense.
okay?
Yep.
So you wanna jot that number in there, cause I don't have my back there.
Okay, so it's gonna go into capital improvement, first line item?
Infrastructure.
6081-1.
Okay. Okay,
What we're doing here is going over the capital reserve so that we can get, we've got a lot of money in capital reserve and we've got jobs that we've already completed. So what we're doing is matching up what the jobs were to each of the capital reserve funds. And I apologize because I can't get into Zoom on my new computer. Otherwise I'd have it up on the screen for you. If anybody's got any questions, you can go forward.
Letting someone in.
So the next one is.
Smith's
Smith's Auto, that was because, John had some problems with the truck that he couldn't get an inspection, so we had to spend a lot of money on it. So that one should,
6078-1, Mountain Lakes Vehicle Capital Reserve.
there's not enough in there for that one. Right, which, I don't have the amounts that are in there, but there's not much in there. There's less than $100 in the account, so we'd,
Capital improvement.
Sounds about right.
yeah. I would think that's, yeah.
So 5084-1.
Okay.
Clark's Lawn Entry Service.
That one is in French Pond Beach, so that should be facilities. Infrastructure 6081-1. Next one. Country Pool and Spa. What was that for?
Is that a heater?
That was for the cover,
Just the cover?
Yep. so that should go under, capital improvements, 5084-1. You good with that, Eric?
Okay.
This is the lodge, we had, some major repairs that had to be done over there, and that should go under capital, that's infrastructure.
There's also a facility improvement. Is that different? It seems like there's some redundancy.
It's, yeah, I know, but it's not, part of the facility, but, I'd put that under, infrastructure.
Infrastructure, okay.
6081-1.
Okay. Same with the
Same
septic in
with
the
that
office.
one, yeah, part of that, yeah.
Lawrence property?
And that one is under, it's actually capital improvements, cause that was, work that we did over by the mailboxes.
Okay, 5084-1.
You good with that, Eric?
Yeah, is that for both of them? Is there
Yes.
two zones?
Yeah.
Corey Electric?
That was at the lodge?
That was 1,000.
Is that the new panel and all the lodge electrical work that was done?
If you look on these here, that's why I printed all these out, go to quote.
Yep.
How much is that one for?
just over 3,000?
2003.
Okay, so there's all the receipts here.
That was for the large septic, the, had to rewire and replace that, motor that's with the same as for the
Okay.
grow thing. So,
Capital improvement?
yes,
Clocks locking the tree service on that?
That was around the chambers,
But how much is that one?
73?
7,300?
Nope, leave that one. 7,300, I believe, is for the beach area, let's take a look at that.
Behind the pool. That's the
Pool
one behind
area,
the pool.
yeah,
Oh, that's the one when they went on the ice.
correct,
That's
yes,
last year technically.
but the,
Oh, no, it was last winter, but it was, yeah, okay.
yeah, these going back a ways.
Yeah,
some of
okay,
them,
yeah.
But, most of them are in 2025,
Okay, so capital improvement on that one?
yes.
And then carpentry, that's the large deck replacement for just over 10,000.
Yep, and that should go under facilities improvement.
6072?
Yep.
Dash one.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Vermont tennis courts,
Which is,
22,807.
that is for the resurfacing of the, that is,
Yeah, we actually assigned that one on the first worksheet. About tennis courts,
So we've done it twice, it's there twice.
they're twice.
single one,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
No problem.
Just cross it out.
Clifford Concrete,
That is for,
3,200.
that is for the, that's the down payment for the, pool,
Ping pong.
ping pong on, base. That should go under capital improvement as well,
5084?
I would think.
Or does it go under 6072 dash one? Facility improvement.
That's what I mean by redundancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can go under that because the capital improvement was
Yeah.
put a lot on that, yeah, put it under that.
So, which one was it?
6072 dash one, facility improvement.
Okay.
And Vermont Life Safety, first is for,
That goes under the, district infrastructure, cause that's where that was, that money was directed in a warrant article to go into the, district infrastructure CR fund,
okay,
so that's 6081-1.
right, you've got that
Yeah,
pre-populated.
yep,
Okay, that one got done.
yep,
Yeah,
the rest of
same
them
thing
are
with Vermont Life
Yeah.
Safety, and then there's another one for Ford Electric. Okay.
So then we go down to the water.
Water, yeah,
Yep.
Huge excavating, 420.
And another, says replacing
these are,
curb stops.
both of those replacing curb stops, so that would, it's gonna, it'll come out of the only one that we've actually got, because I don't know what happened, because we used to have two for, the water department, but, take it out of 2-5049. That's the
Yeah,
only
reserve for water.
capital reserve that we've got for the, water, and all of them gonna come out of that.
I'm sorry, what was it again, 2-5049?
It's,
5049?
Yep.
Yep.
All the way down,
If I got it.
it's just all for the water.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's where the chambers were cleared.
Yep.
Okay, for the water, that makes sense. So, just one question is, did we spend 2,800 on the truck, or was it split in half between both the water and, cause it's on both? It's in the gen ops and,
We just put it on the gen ops.
oh, so
Yeah.
it should be crossed out of the water?
Or, we just put it under the water,
It's one or the other, but it's not double?
It's not double, it's not on there double, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is, was on the first.
This auto is both.
Can I let somebody in here?
Oh, yes, please.
Cross it off of the, water.
Not the water, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Can you copy that for you?
Absolutely.
So we're gonna be moving money out of those capital reserve funds to pay ourselves back essentially for
Exactly,
all
yeah,
that?
and
Okay.
it comes out to, what's the total on there somewhere?
Well,
123,576.
yeah. But actually, it's 2,800 less than that,
Correct, because we had a
Right, yeah.
duplicate,
yeah. Actually, we had a double.
and we had a duplicate in the
No,
transports.
yeah, we had a double duplicate, so
Right.
it's 2,800 and 22,870
Yeah.
less.
So it's a little over 100,000.
Yes,
Yeah.
it says adjust for it.
And we have about 300,000 in the capital reserves, but there's other jobs we've got coming up here too, so,
Yep.
Okay.
thank you. Thank you for bearing with us on that, appreciate it. You guys got any questions on that?
Looks straightforward.
I will draft the letter and put the documentation together and
Okay.
get them to Marie Bigelow, and then she'll take care of that for us, okay? I confirm procedures required to change our current unofficial ballot to an official ballot. Randy, did you come up with anything from, you had said that the
So
commissioners
I've
had
talked to
the,
a couple of different people, I'm still waiting back here from one, but, I think it is gonna have to be a town meeting vote.
you know, that's, everything that I've got, it says it's gotta be a town meeting vote. So, what we will do is draft a, when we get to start the, budget process, we'll draft a meeting, I'll have it, done before that. But draft a, warrant article spelling out the, what we're looking to change, on that, per the survey. And, we'll have that done, that'll be done for the annual meeting next March. Okay. Maintenance update. See if I can pull up John's thing here. I'm just gonna, I've got a new computer and I'm just having some troubles with it, but the major things that we've got done is, the issue that we had on Carr Road, we've got that individual tied into the, where the new line is gonna go. They were able, where he brought his line out, it was around 10 feet deep, and that's okay for us. The other section was 18 feet deep, and next week we'll be digging from his curb stop down, it's about 200 feet. And we'll be replacing the line that's 18 feet deep and putting that at 6 feet and tying that in. And that's in the works, and we've got it scheduled to have that completed. They also had to do, several dig up on curbs or main line stops, cause we couldn't open them or close them so those were all completed. We've also completed getting all the fire hydrants out of the district. And the reason for that, I think we talked about it before, is that if we have fire hydrants on our system, they listed as a large system, and we are not a large system. There's different rulings for a large system, so that's why we had to get those out, and those are all been completed. Any questions on anything particular in maintenance?
I think it should be noted that those fire agents weren't working,
Correct.
so that's also why we removed them. I mean, I get that
They could work.
oh, well, I
Yeah,
guess
they-
John
they
had
were
said
tied
that
up.
they were very, like, I don't know, John made it sound like they weren't working or they
Or
were,
wouldn't make
Or wouldn't
the
make-
current standards.
yeah, it wouldn't meet the standards, so that's
We
also.
don't have the volume
Yeah.
of water to do fire suppression.
Yeah.
That's
That's
why
what
we
he
had
was,
to take
okay,
them off.
that's what,
Yeah.
okay. But we have the dry hydrants anyway to pull from the lake.
That's what they use, yeah.
Did we at one point, is that why they're there? I mean, we've seen houses literally leveled that have gone up, and it's a little scary that we don't have hydrants closer to our homes. So did we at some point have the water in order to, is that why we had them to begin with?
No.
Well, then why did we have them?
I don't know why they were installed 50 years ago, and I don't know why they were installed.
I'm asking a
but
question, you
we
don't have to
don't-
get defensive.
I'm not being
I'm
defensive, I'm
entitled
just
to ask a
explaining it
question.
to you, that they were installed 50 years ago, and in the current standards, we don't have the capacity for fire suppression.
When I got my tour of the water facilities and the community overall, John stated that these had been put in at the time of the original development before the transfer of the district, or the properties in the district, so I'm assuming the original developer put them in and they were just never activated.
And hopefully so,
Yeah.
would have been nice to
We
have.
do have the dry hydrants we pull from the lake and the brook, so there are 3 locally.
And when the fire department shows up, they show up with full pumper trucks. So, and then they send other pumper trucks over so that they're
But
replenishing
historically,
the
with
water.
the recent fires we've had, it certainly has shown that it hasn't been enough.
By the time, the last 2 fires that I'm aware of, by the time the fire department got there, the houses were fully engulfed. Then you weren't gonna save them anyways. That was the one on, Cranmore and the one on, Hilltop. Randy?
Just a point of reference, when you insure your home, the insurance company wants to know how far you are from a fire hydrant. And so with these, substitute fire hydrants, I guess I don't know what the name is of the.
Dry
Say dry
hydrants?
hydrants, yeah.
Are they, similar or same, or could we, like, there's one down at the lodge, I know, in the lodge area.
That's a question to ask your insurance company. I would think that would be because what they do is hook up to them and then they can, if it's a fire right in that area, they're pumping right out and they're using it in that area because
I
it's
can only,
typically.
I can say from my own personal experience that they were able to, understand that there was a dry hydrant there when I was putting my permits, and my insurance company took that into account. But I don't know that every insurance company would.
Right.
Any other questions or comments? All right. Water update. Mark sent me something. Okay, the September water usage was 1,109,987 gallons, an average of 36,999 per day. High was 49,032, the low was 28,380. The Woodsville Water and Light provided 788,553 gallons, or 68%. And the Bedrock Well produced 90,901, or 7.88%. And the Infiltration Well produced 2,730 at 23%. This drought, the drought conditions are really killing us with the infiltration well. We typically pull significantly, 1/2 to 3/4 of our water from that well. But where it's at today, it's just running really low. So, hopefully we're gonna get some rain, and some good rain, because we really need it. And some of the other things that we talked about for the water stuff, the Car Road situation's good. They are, Hood's Plumbing and Heating is doing the other things we talked about with with main shut-offs and stuff, they did doing work on them, we've got more work scheduled for them, to get some of these things up, so that when we do have an emergency, we've got working, working shut-offs. Any questions on water?
Did we know when Jim Vernon, something about Jim Vernon and the other people that got us our asset management program, they've kind of linked up now, right?
Yeah, we're looking at, Jim Vernon is gonna be coming back up, he was up here about a month ago, looking at, areas for bedrock wells, and, they're looking into that. Novus Engineering has been our water engineering firm for probably the last 10 years or so, and, they are no longer doing water sourcing, so Jim Vernon has been with us all that time. He's going to work with Edgewater, Strategies out of, Meriden, I think they are. And they're working up a contract, and a proposal for us on searching for the water.
Yeah.
And,
That's just important in my brain because of what we just said about the water and
Oh,
the pull
yeah.
from
Believe me, yeah.
Woodsville and everything, so the more water we can source for free, ultimately, I know there's a cost up front, but if it was a continuous free source after the investment,
Yeah.
it would help us out.
yep,
So that's why we
absolutely.
do that.
Planning board,
That's me. Short report out. We did not have a meeting in September, so nothing to report there. There was a ZBA meeting on September 17th. The ZBA considered one application for variance on a property on Monadnock. The committee actually denied that application for variance. So the submitter was invited to refile if he wanted to, but it was not granted. So.
If that's the update, I have a question.
Mhm.
So, I didn't hear any update with regards to the 3 horses on Mountain Lake's property. And I guess I wanna start by saying, first and foremost, with all due respect, Commissioner Long, I did not enjoy how quickly you shut me off with my request for a variance for animals at the end of the last meeting, and I didn't appreciate the second motion to effectively end the meeting, by not even having a discussion. I am a paying resident, I am a former commissioner, and as with any other resident, or co-commissioner for that matter, I should be entitled to ask questions and not be cut off in a meeting. So with that, I have 2 questions that I would like answered tonight, please. One, Commissioner Long, how long were you aware that there were 3 horses on Mountain Lake's property?
this just came about, I knew they had horses up there, and I was told that they were on somebody else's property, I never looked into it years ago. So when this whole skiway thing come up, that's when it became evident, and I drove up there to see exactly where they were.
Okay, so what's being done about it? Hopefully nothing, and I wanna say that again. My intent is not to have that resident's horses taken away. My intent is also not to have all of Mountain Lakes open to having animals. This is my, your direction in the last meeting before it got very quickly cut off was to do a warrant article, which I find absolutely ridiculous. I'm not asking for all of Mountain Lakes to have animals. I'm asking for a variance. There's one person that has them and I hope she can keep them. And I would like to ask for a variance, very, very similarly like the way Commissioner Long, you asked for a variance for the property you just purchased on Kearsarge, which did not meet Mountain Lake's zoning requirements. You went for a variance, you got it.
Okay, you're getting
You
off in the
also-
weeds here, because that has nothing to do with what you're talking
It's
about.
exactly a
No, it's
parallel.
not.
Why can
And-
you
and the
apply
thing
for a
is,
variance
alright,
when I cannot?
You've asked your question, and the thing is, in our ordinances, it says no animals.
Yet
in
you've
that
allowed
area.
them for many years, number one, and number two,
Alright,
you didn't meet the zoning requirements either, and you got a variance.
one has nothing to do with the other, so I'm not even gonna
They're
discuss
exactly
that
the
with you.
same.
If
One-
you
one-
would, if you
one's
would
with
like,
the building.
excuse me, if you would like
No,
to,
wait,
if
he's
you
a
would like,
commissioner too.
all
You
right,
are
you
not the
asked me a
chairman.
question
You
and
are
I'm answering
commissioner.
it.
He can speak.
Stop talking. Listen,
You
if
need to
you,
let the other commissioners speak.
I'm willing-
Mary, if
I'm
you
willing-
don't stop talking, you can leave.
Oh, I'm
period.
not leaving.
Well,
I'm
then,
not leaving.
well,
You
then
need to
li-
let the other commissioners speak.
I'm willing to let him finish what his thought was, I interject.
Of course you are.
I interject.
if you wanna have, horses or whatever you wanna have on your property, you have got to go through a warrant article and change the, ordinance.
Why did
before
you
it's-
have to change
before
the
it's-
ordinance that your property did not?
It has nothing to do with that, and I'm not gonna get into that with you.
It has everything to do with that. It was the exact same
Mary,
thing.
Mary, if you want a horse, you've gotta go, get
I
a
don't
warrant
want a
article.
horse. You
What-
don't even know what I want because
I-
you didn't let me,
I
you
don't
didn't let
care
me
what
talk
you
about it.
want,
You don't
but
care what
if-
I want. Yes,
yes,
that would be an accurate statement
It
and the
is.
most accurate one I've heard in a very long time.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
alright,
So I
You
think
don't
this would be a good place to pause and let Eric speak
Well,
up.
I was just saying that,
I'm running this meeting,
yeah.
just to let you know.
Thank you, Bob.
I would just say
apologize.
that one was, a building permit, and this is a different ordinance that's in covenants. And so I believe that would partake in an entirely different discussion than a building permit. That's what I was trying to clarify, that I don't think it's the same thing.
And we're not
Secondly-
discussing that any further because it's got nothing to do
Fair
with it, right?
Secondly, when you asked why it wasn't brought up, she already explained that there wasn't a meeting last month, so the planning board couldn't have even talked about the horses at this time. Thirdly, I explained to you last time that because of the pending lawsuit that's still in place on that road, commissioners cannot act on that information right now because it would be seen as retaliatory and we cannot do that. So we'll see where it all goes in the future, but it was never allowed, there's never like I said last time, a formal ask and acceptance of that concept up there. It just is what it is right now until we can get through that lawsuit.
Thank you. That
Alright,
was
moving
actually
on.
a reasonable
Recreation committee update.
explanation to my question and non-defensive.
Recreation committee update?
We got a couple of things coming up. This Saturday night, we'll have a social, an adult social.
With live music.
Yeah, two, Mountain Lakes people, Ray
Martin?
Martin and Glenn Ostrander, I think is his last name. And we're looking forward to hearing them play guitars, and hopefully we'll do sing-along
Bring
or.
BYOB and an appetizer to share, and it's from 7 to 10 o'clock in the evening, and expect to like to see everybody there.
Yep, I'll see you.
I'll be there.
Good.
Any
Okay.
questions? Or you
There's
got
more for,
Okay,
we're gonna have the trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat.
Yes,
Remind me again, 25th,
yes, the 25th,
is it,
6 days before Halloween, so,
is that what it is? Yes.
yeah, Saturday,
The 25th.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's from 5 to 6 in the evening, bring your decorated or
Right down here at the
style
beach park.
to the beach.
Yep.
Between 4:30 and 4:45, the kids show up. Has the police department been notified?
Oh, we didn't think of that.
I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Yep. And
One
then
of the highlights of the trunk or treat is to have the police officer let the kids get inside the police car.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
I was wondering
like-
what the police need to be.
I didn't make the
yeah,
connection
no, they
either,
always
Eric.
come decorated.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It's not a rowdy group at all, but they really enjoy getting arrested.
Yeah, oh, jeez. The one thing I'd like to add, that we discussed at the recreation committee, the sign that we have, I love it, the beautiful, Mountain Lake sign on, the corner of the Kank, Route 112 and French Pond, could use a facelift, and, I think Dee Dee was the one that brought it up and even volunteered that she may, help us with it. But maybe it's not this year, it's kinda late in the season, but I think we should put it on our, watch for some point soon to, give that sign and the gardening around it a facelift. And, by next year, more flowers and mulching and just kinda make it pop again. It looks like it needs that love now, so, that's one thing that we got.
Question, okay, I just need a refresher. That sign is on Mountain Lake's property or it's not?
It's not, so I don't know what we do, but how did that
That's a
even-
whole, I don't really, it's been there for forever.
Yeah.
And, I don't know how,
Yeah,
it was an original thing with the, property owners there, I guess, I don't know.
I'll look into who owns that land.
It's the people right down the street on
Yeah,
that,
okay.
that first house on the
Yeah,
right going down.
Okay,
Everybody's garden is suffering right now.
oh, for sure,
So,
yeah,
but,
It's
you
not
know, it
worth-
would be nice to have the pumpkins and the mums and everything back.
oh,
you
like
know?
that, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
If I
Anything
could
else
add
on rec?
something just to that conversation, I did some work for those folks that are there on the corner, and they bought the house somewhat recently, within the last
Couple of
4 or
years.
5 years.
Yeah.
And, he didn't know a lot about it, he just knew that it was on his property, and he understood that he could use the beach, area was the agreement, the original agreement that came, I don't know if that's in print or where that information is somewhere, but that was what he was told was the agreement,
I
was
wonder,
it got to be on his property and then they got to use the beach.
I think that's
But
only
they don't-
fair.
They don't have.
I
any
would
interest
say,
in
yeah.
it. He
I think it's
basically said that they have no interest in using the beach too, so
yeah,
he didn't really care.
so I mean, if we were to touch up the gardening around,
Yeah,
I think
he'll
we
be-
wanted to have a nice conversation.
Right, yeah.
And
Super
get
nice,
something.
super nice
on
guy,
there. Okay. I might lean on you to contact them at some
Happy.
point, but this is
yeah,
possibly next year at this point.
get him.
We looked into repairing that sign about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was gonna be, if we've got somebody local, cause I was thinking of doing it myself, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a little faded, it could use
that thing is in tough shape, the wood is in
The
tough
one,
shape.
yeah, we'll see what can be done.
Yeah.
It's just, it's emblematic of the community we live in, and so we gotta, I think it's good to keep it
Yeah.
looking nice.
Anything else on rec?
Is there a district-wide yard sale coming up, June?
Oh,
That's,
geez.
no,
You're right.
not this year.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, there is something.
Yeah, this was a last minute thing because someone requested it. So, we had always said in our rec meetings, if anybody wants to do it, fine. And Karen Cox had said she would help somebody, but she didn't wanna run it. And now she's not gonna be around this weekend anyway, she's traveling, but, so somebody wanted one, so we put it out there, and if anybody wants to have a table,
It's gonna be at the lodge,
it's at the lodge,
what's the
outside the
times?
lodge. And, 8 to 3,
8 to 3 this Saturday.
yep,
Okay.
and, all the cleanup will be done by 4, and then we have our social at 7,
Okay,
so.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem, and
Okay.
it's advertised in the Bridge Weekly.
okay.
Montel committee update.
Thank you, Randy, I forgot.
Dave, you wanna start, or you want me?
Yeah, so Monto, we had a trail cleanup last month that went pretty well, we got quite a bit of work done. Not a pile of people there, but it was still good, we had some ditch work that we wanted to get done, we're trying to, reroute the water if it ever comes down the hill. We're hoping for, trying to give that kind of a path to go, because right now, a lot of our uphill paths have been kind of abused over the years, and a lot of that stuff is just flowing down the trails and wreaking havoc, so we were able to get some ditching done, we were able to clean up quite a few cool areas, and kind of open some things up, so that all went very good. We're working on our kiosk over there, I don't know if you guys were able to see, we got our 6x6 posts planted in the ground the other day with some volunteer help. So those are all set up, that kiosk should be all put together by the end of next weekend, or this weekend coming up. That was about it, not a whole heck of a lot else, we had a great meeting
Yeah.
with Joe, but that's like forward looking towards grants and whatnot, you wanna touch on that?
Yeah, I could, he's from, Northern, do you remember Northern Forest
Northern Forest Service, or Northern Forest Center.
Center? And, he works, all throughout New England to, advise on areas kind of just like this that are trying to either start or bring back to life, recreational, areas. So he had a significant amount of wealth of knowledge to share with us for funding in the future, planning in the future, going through like the vision that we created by getting like funding for like a professional recreation developer to come in and look at it from a much bigger and longer 50-year standpoint even, how it would all go. So this, his name was Joe, and he's gonna email me all the information to look into how we can again approach budget neutral as possible, or, you know, even if, like one, for example, I say that because as possible, because sometimes there may be, we put in like $10,000, but we receive 50 from a grant or something, so there might be something like that in the future. But this is all like, we gotta apply, years, but 1 to 3 years from now, we might have some serious money that he can guide us into, and that's what's pretty exciting.
Very cool.
One of the other interesting things that he did bring up was volunteer hours.
Yeah.
They look at that when you're applying for grants, volunteer hours, any donated materials, things like that. They look at that as money in the bank from a grant standpoint. So when you have a 20% match grant, so
Yeah.
if you had a $50,000 grant, you
Oh,
needed
it's
to
hard
come
to
up with
match.
10,000.
And we can
We can-
backdate it already,
yeah,
we
we
can,
can-
Yeah.
we can look back at our, the last couple ones, for example, just as an example, I said at the meeting, if we had 20 people doing a 4-hour day on that back in May, which I think we had more than 20 people that time,
Yeah.
I'll go back and look, that's $1,600 towards that $10,000 that we have to contribute. Then, you know, the hours that we're putting in on, the kiosk is more, and then the materials to the kiosk.
Materials.
And so it can be donated, it doesn't even have to come from directly through the district, as long as it's like the effort towards the cause that they're gonna be granting to us, it was very interesting.
The bike race, volunteers, there's a lot of volunteers.
And the bike race was volunteer days too, I didn't even think, so that's, like, it's likely that we don't even have to come up with the money.
But do we
Yeah.
have do we keep track of
We can
that?
go back, and I'll work on that.
We do now, yeah.
And we're gonna set up a form that, for volunteers in the future, that will populate a database, and he
Yeah.
showed us how to even do that, so
Perfect.
it was a great meeting. But I think that covers it for Montel.
Quick question, are bikes permitted on the, walking trails?
Like the little ones on the side there,
Yeah,
I don't see why not, yeah,
I just
yeah,
wasn't
fair
sure.
enough.
Usually bikes they're not conducive to people walking on the same slope, so
Yeah,
they do a little harm, like, the snowmobiles do harm to the,
well, that was one thing, for example, that Joe mentioned, is that, there's a way in the future with, bikers, I don't think it's a lot of heavy duty mountain biking over on those small trails there, it's pretty flat anyway, that's for, the only thing I've ever seen there is kids riding their bikes around in that little area.
a
But,
couple groups in the last few weeks that have come through.
and they go,
The only reason I mentioned,
yeah, okay,
I didn't know if it was municipal or not.
yeah, I don't think we disallow it at this point.
Anything else on Monto? Move on to forestry. Same guys.
Same crew. So forestry committee has been working on, developing a request for proposals, to get a licensed forester to work on the district's behalf to see what we have, available to use as far as, resources within the district. So we had sent off an email, the most recent one was just like 5 minutes before the meeting started,
I was gonna
because
say,
our
gosh.
forestry meeting was directly before that, so we sat down and kind of read through it and made some tweaks and changes. I don't know did you have a chance to look at the original one that I sent a couple days ago?
I did not, I apologize.
Okay, cause just the few changes that we made were pretty minimal, and really it's on the second page of the proposal you have, we added a number 4 under plan implementation. Develop a plan for minimizing impact to district roads and infrastructure. We added another stand, so basically, the overall proposal will go out to licensed foresters in the state. It will also go to the newspaper to be advertised in there. But what we're looking for is somebody to kind of handhold the district along the process of looking at what we have for community land and how to best utilize those resources with an eye on recreation.
Yeah.
Being a recreational community, that's kind of always the focus, right, comes back to that. So we identified four stands that we're gonna present in this request for proposals. 3 3 of them being, all on map 203. And then in and around Montauk kinda area.
I'm just gonna check if they printed out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't have a copy at all?
The printer was erroring right before the meeting. Couldn't get it to print yet.
So the first 3 stands, sorry, that's, I had duplicates, so I was crunching them. The first 3 stands are all in and around Montauk area, and then the 4th stand is the area where the water,
Looking to go to water.
water committee is currently talking about possibly looking for wells, so that seemed like a logical place to also be looking. So we've got, basically a nice layout to be able to put this out to the community. And we have a list of licensed foresters that work in Grafton County. So we wanted to be able to just send it right off to all of them and see what they think. We don't really know what we'll get back for a response, but
You might have said, did you drop an RFP?
yeah, that's,
Yeah, I tried to print them for us and the printer just worked,
Okay, so,
malfunctioned.
I emailed it to you a couple days ago, and then after our meeting today, we just made some tweaking and changes.
I couldn't
But
share
here, I
it.
can give you.
Essentially, the goal would be to get this out in the coming week or so.
You want that one? Yeah, that's mine.
No, that's what, no, I've got it on, but
Yeah. So I don't know if it's something that all 3 commissioners could review and we could do some kind of reconnect meeting, or I'm not exactly
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But it would be good to get this out there
Mhm.
as soon as possible while there's still nice weather to walk around. And get the foresters out there.
I know what my reading assignment is tonight.
Thank you.
One other thing that is up, that's on here, that we'll ask for your guidance with is the insurance information.
Yes.
So there's a table within that document that outlines, what we felt as though would be appropriate for insurance for a forester that would come in. But that's gotta come from somebody else, I don't.
that's one thing we'll check with,
Check
Primex,
Primex.
yeah, and
See what it
just see
is.
what they want, yeah, but those look like reasonable, some of them are going to the 2 million now, but,
Right.
I'll check.
Yeah, we'll check with Brian.
Yeah.
Is there a way we could reconvene and make a decision on getting that RFP out as soon as possible, after everyone reviews it? I don't wanna bore everyone to read through it here and make a
If at all
decision.
possible, yeah, we would really rather
The
not.
forestry committee was
Push it
aiming
for
for middle of this
another
month to
month.
get it out there to the foresters, so I'm just,
This is pretty complete, yeah.
it's really well done, and again, I keep giving John, right in front of us here, credit, because he did
Yeah,
most of the work.
an awesome job.
And, it's been great to, meet you and learn from you through these last 3 meetings. So,
Did you wanna give your life history, John? We can reconvene because we talked about getting together with, John and Pauline.
oh, right,
And, that's gonna, and then John's in training, the next couple of days, so I just gotta check with him and see when he comes back, it's gonna be, but it'll probably be, early next week.
that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
And
great,
we'll set that up and then we can put that on the agenda as well.
Okay.
And, take a look at
that'd be
that,
great.
okay? Good. Any questions on forestry? Okay, moving on to action items. Couple I got on, the few I got on there, it's all about computers, I checked with them and they do have backup, so we did cancel the contract with Rebuild Profile. That has been completed. Contact the town to get an excavation permit for the emergency work on Carr Road, that's been completed. Spectrum regarding internet at the lodge using the new power poles. The line has been run to the lodge and we're just waiting for a modem on that. Look at that year, past that year calculations, I haven't gotten to that yet. And the waterless customers have complied to requests, I haven't gotten to that yet. And there's a new one on there for me and Lisa, in that draft warrant article for the 26th annual meeting to change from non-official ballot to the official ballot, so we'll work on that. Okay,
And I think I have one on there, Bob, in terms of the accounting software.
yep,
I think the next step you and I were gonna take was meeting with the, district's auditor / accountant to make sure that in storing old data, out of the old software, we're doing it in such a way that the auditor is comfortable accessing it. Is typically what I've seen done is you leave the old system in read-only format until your next audit is complete. Or we could export it into a CSV file if the auditor is comfortable working that way. So I think we just need to have a conversation.
yeah, we've gotta check with Sage and see what we can do with saving backup files.
Yeah,
and stuff
typically
like
it's
that.
it's a bulk export to an Excel file or a CSV format file. It's nothing
Yeah.
fancier than that, so it's just a
Yeah.
matter of which one the auditor is most comfortable with.
Okay.
You only for 6 months or export the data out of the system.
Okay, and as far as software, which way you're leaning now?
Still QuickBooks,
QuickBooks.
yeah.
And the more I've looked at it, they've come a long way, so. Okay, good. Eric,
Most of mine are done, so if by next month we could take the cell phone and the per diem off. And, we're in progress with the ping pong. We had to take out that tank, that was part of maintenance too.
Yeah, I heard
The
that.
propane tank, but that was a failing tank and, the
being
meter.
radon, or
Yeah.
whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah, so that was needed to go, and we're in progress with moving forward with that, the granite, top people have their side ready to go. So now it's just a matter of once we get the prep work done, which John had scheduled, our maintenance John.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, I didn't get a date on when he scheduled it, but that's okay.
I think it's next week, Ed Page is coming, and, yeah, they're gonna level that right from just off the road and level it out to where the water shut off is for the building there, so,
Okay. That's all I got.
okay? Anything else from the commissioners to cover? Anything from the public? Okay. What time is it? 6:55, call the meeting to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor? All right, thank you all. Thank you on Zoom land.
So we get our chainsaws out.
Yeah.
Look at the attack, get the schedule picture. Yeah, it's pretty aggressive schedule anyway.
I don't know.